Party. Maybe about 4 months ago, when I had an initial contact with Uli, and then my hopes were raised, but then I decided to tame it, because then no decision was taken, and if a decision was taken that I wasn't expecting, then the shock, wouldn't be too much. So I was taming the very high hopes that I was nursing. But well, Oli, welcome. It's not a question of flattery. When I read your profile, it became quite apparent to me that it is people of your caliber, of both sexes, that one would need in a political organization. Because for us, our party is a government. And certainly, governments attend to the affairs of the state. And even in opposition, we think we can attend to the affairs of the state, and in a manner that is constructive, but others will see it as being really opposition talk. But I think with people like you, your contributions would hardly be seen by anyone as just mere opposition talk. You resigned your job as director of human capital at the African Development Bank. See, organizations like ADB, anyone working there at whatever level, you normally don't want to leave, you want to go up. Or branch off to another organization where you could hold higher positions. You're looking to progression in your career as an international civil servant. Giving up such a job, such a position, talks the volume of your commitment, your sincerity, and your devotion to your country. And you think that their dedication, your sincerity, and your devotion to your country, the vehicle through which you can realize that is not a Democratic Party. So welcome you. I have looked at your profile, and I think, depending what happens in the next year or so, for now, I'm sure members of the executive will agree with me on this. For now, I think you will be. I'll make you float. Work with the women's organization, the two deputies. Help assist them, the parliamentary group, because we need. I used to say that when we had only 7 members of the National Assembly, in 1997, 2001, it was the most effective parliament. The UDP NAS were most effective. And the reason why they were so effective, because they had proper counsel, they had proper guidance. Your exposure with ADB on policy matters, on various issues, I think your interaction with members of our National Assembly, will really help them, together with us, help them to really be seen in the National Assembly, not just as UDP representatives, but as really the people's representatives. They'll really, the grain, will be separated from the chaff. And I see also with your role at the ADB as human capital, I see how much you can do for the youth, for the women. So we are having a policy and strategy committee, we will be an effective member of that. Probably help the chair, Larry, because he is out most of the time on consultancies. I think even on Sunday he's traveling to some country on some consultancy services. But together with your experiences from the ADB, with your experience as former head of the civil service, as also as his various assignments in Botswana, in Mozambique, and in other places, UDP can come out with policies that we think can catapult Gambia, into a mid-income country. And that is what we want. That's what we want. And we want to see that, we start our own National Development Plan, 2021-2026. Your expertise, experience from ADB, and your other engagements. Ms. Sadiba has just mentioned that we are in Korea, South Korea together. Of course, the mission on which both of you were on. These are things that could really be of benefit to the Gambia. Yeah? So I welcome you to United Democratic Party, and we'll be giving you assignments. I'll formally try and detail, those areas. Personally, all members of the executive are very key. But then you have certain units which are very important. The women's wing, very, very important. That's why Ajisukaina, and her team, I think we will help. We'll be looking forward to working closely with them. The National Youth Wing is very key. Honorable Saho, is Honorable Saho is head of that. As well, also have the Female Youth Wing, and we have a very vibrant secretary, Yakumba Jaite. So you'll be meeting her in due course. So these are people that and of course the campaign team too. Mr. Diba, Senior Administrative Secretary, and myself, we are very much, how do you call it, we are not field people, but these are the field people, and I'm sure they can really benefit a lot from experience, and feel free and consider yourself as an integral part of the United Democratic Party. After all, I think the Republican Party in the United States, Trump was not a founder member. The Democratic Party, Hillary Clinton, Obama, they are not founder members. But of course, they have carried the torch. And you are not founder member of UDP, but you are with founder members. So that is, so for you, your own position is even much higher than Trump for the Republicans and Obama or otherwise for Democrats, because they're just taking history. But you are part of the history making. So we welcome you to the party, and hope that I'll say I don't know how to say it in Wolof. I can say it in Wolof, but then let me say it in Mandinka. Ilaka forma, alama epatio nyaya wati, epatio etefana wati, and that we all work. And as I say, I've also said in the past that whatever position one acquires in the party is an account of your hard work. A typical example, Suku Singate joined the party in 2017 during the parliamentary elections. But now he is organizing secretary because of how much work he did in the party. Endeared him to the party, and people recognized him in the party. And then vested interest, vested position, vested position on him. So I want you to be also visible. Be like your brother, Dadi Pachakudia. You know, be visible and be heard. You know, be visible and be heard, so that those people in Nyakoi who have never seen Olidiba, you know, whenever you say, oh yes, oh you know Olidiba, you know, or those people in Salem, oh Kimoy Olidiba, they go to Ram, when they have never seen. A lot of people have never seen Ibrahim Adiba, have never seen Alaj Dabo, or Lamin Diba, or Ajasukaina, but because of what they've been doing on the platform, on some occasion appearing, you know, they are known all over. So we want you also to do the same, so that you are known all over. You can go to Bansang alone, and you say you are Olidiba, and all the people in Bansang, UDP, will come out there and say Naluntang Natalang Nabunya. You know? So, welcome. And Male, have also to acknowledge your participation in this, because while the discussions were going on, you are part and parcel of it, and you gave a great deal of encouragement to Oli to come and join the UDP. But after all, I think you couldn't have done otherwise. You know, every day you come here, tell me, "Nganwil mas my sister." So because of your sister, you couldn't do you couldn't do otherwise. You know, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Welcome.